Say, O Muhammad, peace be upon him, I have been forbidden to serve those whom you call upon other than Allah. Say, I do not follow your desires, for were I to do that, I would go astray and would not be of those who are rightly guided. Say, I take stand upon a clear evidence from my Lord, and it is that which you have given the lie to. What you desire to be hastened is not within my power. Judgment lies with Allah alone. He declares the truth, and He is the best judge. Say, if what you demand so hastily were in my power, the matter between me and you would have long been decided. But Allah knows best how to judge the wrongdoers. He has the keys to the realm of the unseen, which none knows but He. And He knows what is on the land and in the sea. There is not a leaf which falls that He does not know about, and there is not a grain in the darkness of the earth, or anything green or dry which has not been recorded in a clear book. He recalls your souls by night, and knows what you do by day. And then He raises you back each day, in order that the term appointed by Him is fulfilled. Then to Him you will return, whereupon He will let you know what you have been doing. And He alone holds sway over His servants, and sets guardians over you till death approaches any of you, and our deputed angels take His soul, neglecting no part of their task. Then all are restored to Allah, their true protector. Behold, His is the judgment. He is the swiftest of those who take account. Ask them, O Muhammad, peace be upon him, who is it that delivers you from dangers in the deep darknesses of the land and the sea? And whom do you call upon in humility and in the secrecy of your hearts? To whom do you pray? If He will but save us from this distress, we shall most certainly be among the thankful. Say, Allah delivers you from this and from every distress, and yet you associate others with Allah in His divinity. Say, it is He who has the power to send forth chastisement upon you from above you, or from beneath your feet, or split you into hostile groups, and make some of you taste each other's violence. Behold, how we set forth our signs in diverse forms, so that they may understand the truth. Your people have denied it, even though it is the truth. Say, I am not a guardian over you. Every tiding has its appointed time. You yourselves will soon know the end. When you see those who are engaged in blasphemy against our signs, turn away from them until they begin to talk of other things. And should Satan ever cause you to forget, then do not remain after recollection in the company of those wrongdoing people. For those who are God-fearing are by no means accountable for others, except that it is their duty to admonish them. Maybe they will shun evil. Leave alone those who have made a sport and a pastime of their religion, and whom the life of the world has beguiled. But continue to admonish them with the Quran, lest a man should be caught for what he has himself earned. For there shall neither be any protector nor intercessor apart from Allah. And though he may offer any conceivable ransom, it shall not be accepted from him. For such people have been caught for the deeds that they themselves have earned. Boiling water to drink and a painful chastisement to suffer for their unbelief is what awaits them. Ask them, O Muhammad, peace be upon him, shall we invoke anything apart from Allah that can neither benefit nor harm us, and thus be turned back on our heels after Allah has guided us, like the one whom the evil ones have lured into bewilderment in the earth? Even though he has friends who call him to true guidance, saying, Come to us. Say, surely Allah's guidance is the only true guidance, and we have been commanded to submit ourselves to the Lord of the entire universe, and to establish prayer, and to have fear of Him. It is to Him that all of you shall be gathered. And He it is who has created the heavens and the earth in truth. And the very day He will say, Let there be resurrection, and it will be. His word is the truth, and His will be the dominion on the day the trumpet is blown. He knows that which is hidden and that which is evident. He is the all-wise, the all-aware. And recall when Abraham, peace be upon him, said to his father, Azar, "Do you take idols for gods? I see you and your people in obvious error." And thus we showed Abraham, peace be upon him, the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, so that he might become one of those who have sure faith. Then, when the night outspread over him, he beheld a star and said, "This is my Lord." But when it went down, he said, "I do not love the things that go down." Then, when he beheld the moon rising, he said, "This is my Lord." But when it went down, he said, "Were that my Lord did not guide me, I surely would have become among the people who have gone astray." Then, when he beheld the sun rising, he said, "This is my Lord. This is the greatest of all." Then, when it went down, he said, "O my people, most certainly I am quit of those whom you associate with Allah in His divinity. Behold, I have turned my face in exclusive devotion to the one who originated the heavens and the earth, and I am certainly not one of those who associate others with Allah in His divinity." His people remonstrated with him, whereupon Abraham, peace be upon him, said, "Do you remonstrate with me concerning Allah, who has guided me to the right way? I do not fear those whom you associate with Allah in His divinity. Only that which my Lord wills, indeed that alone will come by. My Lord embraces all things within His knowledge. Will you not take heed? Why should I fear those whom you have associated with Allah in His divinity, when you do not fear associating others with Allah in His divinity, something for which He has sent down to you no authority? Then, which of the two parties has better title to security? Tell us, if you have any knowledge." Those who believe and did not tarnish their faith with wrongdoing, for them there is security, and it is they who have been guided to the right way. That was our argument, which we gave to Abraham against his people. We raise in ranks whom we will. Truly, your Lord is all-wise, all-knowing. And we bestowed upon Abraham, peace be upon him, his offspring, Ishaq, Isaac, and Yaqub, Jacob, peace be upon them. And each of them did we guide to the right way, as we had earlier guided Noah, peace be upon him, to the right way. And of his descendants we guided Daud, David, and Suleiman, Solomon, Ayub, Job, Yusuf, Joseph, Musa, Moses, and Harun, Aaron, peace be upon them. Thus do we reward those who do good. And of his descendants we guided Zechariah, Yahya, John, Isa, Jesus, and Elias, peace be upon them. Each one of them was of the righteous. And of his descendants we guided Ishmael, Alyasa, Elisha, Yunus, Jonah, and Lot, peace be upon them. And each one of them we favored over all mankind. Likewise, we elected for our cause and guided on to a straight way some of their forefathers and their offspring and their brethren. That is Allah's guidance, wherewith He guides those of His servants whom He will. But if they ever associate others with Allah in His divinity, then all that they had done would have gone to waste. Those are the ones to whom we gave the book, and judgment and prophethood. And if they refuse to believe in it now, we will bestow this favor on a people who do believe in it. O Muhammad, peace be upon him, those are the ones Allah guided to the right way. Follow then their way, and say, I ask of you no reward for carrying on this mission. It is merely an admonition to all mankind. They did not form any proper estimate of Allah when they said, Allah has not revealed anything to any man. Ask them, the book which Moses, peace be upon him, brought as a light and guidance for people, and which you keep in bits and scraps, some of which you disclose, while the rest you conceal, even though through it you were taught that which neither you nor your forefathers knew. Who was it who revealed it? Say, Allah, and then leave them to sport with their argumentation. Like that book, this too is a book which we have revealed, one full of blessing, confirming what was revealed before it, so that you might warn the people of the mother of cities, Makkah, and those around it. Those who believe in the hereafter believe in it, and are ever mindful of their prayers. Who can be more unjust than he who foists a lie on Allah, or says, revelation has come to me, when in fact nothing was revealed to him, and who says, I will produce the like of what Allah has revealed? If you could but see the wrongdoers in the agonies of death, and the angels stretching out their hands, saying, yield up your souls. Today you will be recompensed with a chastisement of humiliation for the lie you spoke concerning Allah, and for you waxing proud against His signs. And Allah will say, now you have come to us all alone, even as we had created you in the first instance, and you have left behind all that we had bestowed upon you in the world. We do not see with you your intercessors, whom you imagine to have a share with Allah in your affairs. You have now been cut off from one another, and all those whom you imagined to be Allah's associates in your affairs have vanished from you. Truly, it is Allah who causes the grain and the fruit kernel to sprout. He brings forth the living from the dead, and brings forth the dead from the living. Such is Allah. So whither are you tending in error? It is He who causes the dawn to split forth, and has ordained the night for repose, and the sun and the moon for reckoning time. All this is determined by Allah, the Almighty, the All-Knowing. It is He who has made for you the stars, that you may follow the right direction in the darkness of the land and the sea. We have indeed spelled out signs for the people who have knowledge. It is He who created you out of a single being, and appointed for each of you a place of stay in life and a resting place after death. We have indeed spelled out our signs for those who can understand. It is He who has sent down water from the heavens, and thereby we have brought vegetation of every kind. And out of this we have brought forth green foliage, and then from it close-packed ears of corn, and out of the palm tree, from the sheath of it, thick clustered dates, hanging down with heaviness, and gardens of vines, and the olive tree, and the pomegranate, all resembling one another, and yet so different. Behold their fruit, when they bear fruit and ripen. Surely, in all this there are signs for those who believe. And yet, some people have come to associate the jinn with Allah in His divinity, even though it is He who created them, and in ignorance they impute to Him sons and daughters. He is holy and exalted far above that which they attribute to Him. He is the originator of the heavens and the earth. How can He have a son when He has had no mate? He has created everything and has full knowledge of all things. Such is Allah your Lord. There is no God but He, the Creator of all things. Serve Him alone, for it is He who is the guardian of everything. No visual perception can encompass Him, even though He encompasses all visual perception. He is the all-subtle, the all-aware. The lights of clear perception have now come to you from your Lord. Then he who chooses to see clearly does so to his own good, and he who chooses to remain blind does so to his own harm. I am not your keeper. Thus do we make our signs clear in diverse ways, that they might say, you have learned this from somebody? and we do this in order that we make the truth clear to the people of knowledge. O Muhammad, peace be upon him, follow the revelation which has come to you from your Lord, other than whom there is no God, and turn away from those who associate others with Allah in His divinity. Had Allah so willed, they would not have associated others with Him in His divinity, and we have not appointed you a watcher over them, and you are not their guardian. Do not revile those other than Allah whom they invoke, because they will revile Allah in ignorance out of spite. For we have indeed made the deeds of every people seem fair to them. Thereafter, they will return to their Lord, and He will inform them of what they have done. They swear by Allah with their most solemn oaths that if a sign comes to them, they will certainly believe in it. Say, signs are in Allah's power alone. What will make you realize that even if those signs were to come, they would still not believe? We are turning their hearts and eyes away from the truth, even as they did not believe in the first instance, and we leave them in their insurgence to stumble blindly.